Folks, we're going to try a few different things here today. What I've identified right now is I've got a kind of a hard bottom that I found with the side structure scan on the Lowrance units. There's some rocks that transition behind us, and then there's a really hard weed edge. I mean, it's like the edge of the weeds and then sand and gravel. So I'm kind of going along that little line here with a jig worm and just seeing if I can locate a school of fish. When I was out here the other day, which is the only other time I've been on this lake, they seem to be relating a little bit more to those hard weed breaks. So I'm going to try that out. After a while, we'll probably throw a frog, we'll probably check out the rocks and whatever else. And it's just really, truly going to be a day of scouting out fish on a little lake that I don't really have a lot of experience on. So like I said, it showed a lot of promise. There was a lot of big fish in here the other day. So I mean, I'm really excited to show you guys what you can find on some of these little lakes. And it's something in Minnesota where we're so blessed to have so many tiny lakes like this. And a couple hundred acres here, a couple hundred acres there. And if they've got a landing on it, it's probably got bass in it somewhere. So whether you live in Minnesota or you live in another state, I mean, it's always worth checking some of these lakes out. You never know what you're going to find. It's always an adventure, whether it's bottom composition, finding rocks, finding different sorts of structure that you can fish and pinpoint and target. And then, with that time on the water, you just gain the experience to find, different patterns and different means of catching the fish, different possibilities. And every lake's different. Some lakes you're going to get on and there's going to be a big pile of rocks, and every fish in the lake's going to be on that pile of rocks or a similar structure on the lake. And a lake like this so far, I'm sure there's times they're on the rocks, but my experience so far has not been that they've been on the rocks. So just keep putting it together here and see what we can get figured out. See if I can cast farther into the weeds next time. Oh, that's a fish. Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's a good one too.
Oh, geez.
That's a big fish.
Oh my god. Do you need the net?
So much for casting into the weeds. Oh yeah, how's that? And as I was saying, you never know what you're gonna find. That is a nice fish. Let's get that guy out of here.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a nice 4.5 pounder right there. Big, healthy, fed up, big largemouth in little lakes. Let me get it out of the weeds real quick. And that's what you find in these little lakes. I'm just forcing that thing out, trying to get it out of the weeds. Well, turns out it was in the back of a fish's mouth. He's not as big, but he's ill-tempered. Not bad though. Couple pounds anyways. Yeah. Little male. Rip that plasma tail up. I'm going to show you guys something. And something I'm pretty excited about. This is a Biospawn plasma tail. This is what I'm using to find these fish out here. New bait. And what it is basically, it's a little 4-inch worm bait. They're going to be coming out with a 6-inch version. But it narrows out here towards the tail, and it has a buoyant tip on it that gives it some color, but also floats. So when my jig worm's on the bottom, that tail's floating up, and the fish are keying on that. I've thrown a couple other different worms out here the other day that didn't float up like that, and I wasn't getting the bites that I was getting with the Biospawn stuff. So it's a new company. Pretty excited about them. I think anybody who watches us knows that we don't talk about stuff that we don't believe in, and this is one I'm starting to believe in pretty quick.
weird jump. It's like rolled.
Look at that, look at this. Every one of them. Every one of these fish choking that biospawn.
That's Utopia. That's Utopia.
Every one is just choking these biospawns. Nice little 3.25 pounder. Just doing work, just another day at the office. Not as good as I was hoping for. Bit like a ton of bricks. He wants that plasma tail bad. But they are just choking this bait, man. Every time, every fish has just got it just engulfed. Not a big guy. He's gonna find his mama. Just so you understand the magic, that was entirely improv. Totally improv. Nobody even told me to do that. Nobody told the fish to do that. It just happened. The magic of being on the water.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
The Vikings are gonna go 10-7?
Swore me to secrecy. 10-7. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Let's see. There's 16 games in a season. There's another one. Here's the school. I told you what he. I told you.
Oh!
I told. He doesn't.
And I got that.
He told me.
I gotta
He
stop
told
talking.
me it was about to start happening. Look at that guy. He's like, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Well, you're gonna. Button. Not the giant we're looking for, but another 3-pounder. The hook stuck up in his face. I'm gonna let you go. Just hold still. Just don't like the release. Not quite. 2.5. Gonna find your mammy. It's about to happen. About to happen. That was weed, I'm sorry. False alarm. I got excited. That was my fault. That was my fault. Oh, it feels special. Gotta beat that worm up. Check and see. Yeah, see what happens? See what happens when they beat those worms up? Ooh, we're gonna have to. This is the last one of the watermelon red flake red tail. Then we're gonna have to switch up colors.
That's Utopia.